Hello and welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit pause and take a second or two to take out your smartphone or your smart device and go to your app store and download a free QR code reader. I'll explain why later. My name is James May. I'm a professor of English as a second language at Valencia College in Orlando, Florida. What follows is a brief presentation I developed for the Valencia Foundation Board in an effort to once again say thanks for all of the opportunities I've been given. As you will see, endowed chairs have really revolutionized the manner in which I approach teaching and learning. It has been said that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. A more appropriate teacher version to this might be, you can lead students to knowledge, but you can't make them think. Today's college students have greater access to more information in more formats than any generation before them. Everywhere they look, television, online, on their phones, students today can't help but see an amazing fountain of knowledge before them. The question is, how do we as educators get them to drink from that fountain of knowledge? From the student perspective, if they can Google it on their phones, why learn it? From a teaching perspective, what should they learn? How much should they learn? How can we make them see that they need to learn it? And how do we most efficiently get them to learn it? To go back to the horse analogy, can we really force them to drink from this fountain of knowledge? Should we force them? I have come to see that it is not the job of professors to force students to learn anything. Our job, simply put, is to make them thirsty. And it is my belief that if we make them thirsty enough, they will drink from the fountain of knowledge as lifelong learners. So, how do we make them thirsty? Well, I have some tricks that I'll be showcasing later, but before we discuss that, let's talk a little bit about today's students. Today, the average American teen sends and receives about 3,339 text messages per month, and they are definitely on Facebook. In fact, there are more than 500 million active users on Facebook. They have grown up in a world where channel flipping is the norm. In fact, the average American home has more than 100 channels to choose from. And, as if that weren't enough, every minute there are more than 24 hours of video uploaded to YouTube. Smartphones are also changing the world we live in. Estimates suggest that 492 million smartphones will have been sold by the end of 2011. Even books are changing. As of January 2011, there were more than 10 million e-readers in circulation. To get a better perspective on our changing student populations, we as teachers may also want to search other sources of information. For example, Nielsen Media researchers have made some interesting recommendations for advertisers on how best to entice the new digital family. Simply put, Ward and June Cleaver, they've left the building. Moreover, advertisers have been recommended to employ multi-channel strategies to reach this new digital family. Marketers are going to need to adapt to these changing technologies. They are also going to have to find ways to get the most out of the most ubiquitous of all technological tools, the smartphone, a device which could bring a relative end to the digital divide as we know it, in that before long, all students, wealthy and poor alike, will have access to smartphones. In my live presentation, I intend to follow this opening with a showcase of a few technologies that I've learned about through my work in endowed chairs. What you see here is a list of some of my favorites, and to be honest, without the help of endowed chairs, I would know nothing about them. Over the past 4 years, endowed chair funds have allowed me to learn about, try out, and teach others a variety of things that are revolutionizing college classrooms. So I would once again simply like to say, thanks. Oh yeah, if you downloaded the QR code reader at the beginning of this video, go ahead and scan the QR code you see on the screen. That code is your direct link to a free teacher training site where you can learn more about these technologies if you're interested. If you don't have a QR code reader, that's okay too. You can take advantage of interactive YouTube. Just click in the video on the technologies that you are most interested in. Go ahead, give it a try.